So as we're moving forward here today, we're going to talk about your guidance system, and we're going to point you to different processes depending upon what it is you want to talk about and where you are along this emotional scale. You're somewhere on this emotional scale in relationship to everything you think about. And the emotional scale, on one end of it feels wonderful. It feels like love and rapture, appreciation, passion. It's really about the freedom that you're knowing, isn't it? And on the other end of it, it feels like depression. It feels like fear. It feels like disempowerment. It's about not feeling free and not feeling capable or able to control the circumstances of your own experience. And every emotion that you feel is somewhere on that emotional scale. We want you to leave this gathering today at peace with wherever you are on this emotional scale relative to whatever subject is active within you. We want you to stop comparing where you are in relationship to where anybody else is, because that comparison is not valid criteria. Oh, it is helpful to live in a world where there is so much going on because it helps you in the launching of rockets of desires. The evolution of all species is about that. The comparative experience is essential to the expansion of the universe. We want you to be aware of each other, and we want you to let each other inspire each other to more aspirations. It's a wonderful thing to see someone achieve something and then to find yourself wanting something similar to it. We want that comparative experience for you. But once you have launched the rocket, let your undivided attention go toward closing the gap. In other words, let all of your energy go toward the thing that you are here to understand, and that is allowing. Launching happens without conscious awareness. Answering happens without your conscious awareness. Allowing is where the emphasis that you are about is. So we think you have named this workshop well, the art of allowing. The art of allowing me right now to receive as much of the well-being as I can possibly muster by activating a vibration right now which will set loose law of attraction, which will cause a culminating of circumstances and events which will ultimately become a manifestation. The art of allowing myself to get vibrationally up to speed with the source energy that is really me, which allows all functioning of my physical apparatus to operate at a supreme rate. The art of allowing means becoming a vibrational match to the energy stream that is really source, that understands everything that I am, that allows the flexibility of my being and the clarity of my mind, and most important of all, the luxurious sensation of joyously living life in this moment. The art of allowing means that I can train my thoughts into vibrational alignment with source energy, who is infinite intelligence, who knows all things, and most of all, knows the value of me. When you get up to speed with source, who adores you, no exception, and you feel the confidence and clarity and well-being that comes with that knowledge, you'll be back to the way you feel the day you were born. You will have returned to the true nature of your being. And we know it's been Mr. Toad's wild ride since then. We know that you've had some ups and downs as you've been compared to this one and that one. And we know you got some stuff you want to clean up. But we are here to tell you it's easy to clean that up. It's easy once you make peace with where you are. So, friends, we want to say to you on behalf of your inner beings who adore you, where you are is where you are is where you are is where you are. Isn't that profound? And we would like to add to that, and where you are is just fine as far as we're concerned, because where you are is just where you are on your way to where you really want to be. And when you think about it, if you were going on vacation and you had several cities planned, several destinations, going to go here and 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 here, then you're going to come back home. So you look at that objectively and you say, wait a minute, there, home. I'm already home. Why go? I've already accomplished this vacation. I think I will just check that off my to-do list. And we say, you didn't go on that vacation to get it done, did you? You went on that vacation for the fun along the way, for the insight, for the inspiration, for the stimulation, for the improvement in the way you feel. You went on the vacation for the fun of it, and you were born into this body, into this lifetime, for the fun of it, for the joy of it, for the thrill of it, not for the work of it. For heaven's sakes, the universe expands whether you ever get up to speed with it or not. Do you know that? Do you know that? You launch rockets of desire all day, every day, and source energy rushes to them. In other words, you're carving the paths out. This workshop is about you finally letting yourself have the joy of the fulfillment of the work that you have provided through the contrast that you have been living. It's time for you to start enjoying life. It's time for you to start feeling about you and about your life in the way we feel about you and about your life. It's time for you to begin to reap the benefit of what your life experience and its contrast have yielded to you. It's time for you to open the floodgates and let what's piled up right outside your door in vibrational escrow in. And then next month we will meet with you again, and we will have a meeting about demanifestation. Because so many things that you want will begin flowing in such abundance into your experience that you will find yourself wanting to be more and more defining about what you put your attention to. Jerry and Esther were in a shopping mall the other day, beautiful, in San Diego, and a very nice woman approached Jerry and said, "May I help you?" And Jerry said, "We're wanting to find something to want." And she looked at him like he was a madman, because that place is full of things she wants that she believes she can't have. And Jerry and Esther looked at each other like, should we try to explain this? And then they realized it's a very long story. It's a very long story to explain to anyone who is not understanding law of attraction, that you can get so in the flow of what you want flowing to you that then your life becomes about the gentle defining of the way you'd like it to flow next. A complete understanding that you're worthy, a complete understanding that it's coming, no question about if, no interest in really how or when or where, just amused awareness that it is coming, and a gentle desire to guide it for the fun of being the deliberate creator that I am. Esther wanted to say to this woman, I get everything I want. I just have to decide which part of it I want to flow into my life now, because you know you can only eat so many delicious meals in a day. You can only wear so many beautiful rings and wear so many beautiful blouses and be in so many beautiful places. In other words, there is only so much that I have learned to be able to endure in terms of pleasure in a 24-hour period. And so now my work is upon the contouring of it and the thrill of the recognition that Source is on it with me. And it is so intoxicating to mold this clay of life that it is thrilling when I am aware that I have broken something that now I want to replace. Jerry and Esther have a monster bus that cost a lot of money. And it's worth every penny of it as far as they are concerned. It is enhanced their life experience in more ways than we could describe if we took the rest of the day to describe it. And the other day, Esther bought a tray to put on the stove that she can put computers and pencils and such, so that when she gets ready to cook, she can move all of that stuff in one fell swoop, and the stove is now available to her. And we felt more enthusiasm for the tray idea from Esther than we did for the monster bus idea, because of the enhancement to her experience and the cleverness of the idea, and because it was satisfying a question that she'd been asking as she's been learning to work in a limited space. It is not more difficult to create a castle than a button. And sometimes the creation of the button is as satisfying as the creation of the castle. So you don't want to let what others think about what you're doing or even about what they're doing get in the way of the satisfaction potential that is there for you. When you receive an inspired idea and you recognize that it's there because you got up to speed with it. In other words, Jerry and Esther are constantly arguing with one another over whose idea that really was. Great ideas come to them all of the time, and they are both certain that it was my idea, because often the idea culminates within the minds of both of them simultaneously, because it was really our idea. Our idea, which is the culmination of all of their ideas. In other words, we're all in this together. Do you see what we're talking about? You're living the nitty-gritty of your life, and you're launching rockets which are culminating into ideas that are huge and meaningful and interesting. And when you get up to speed with them, the idea occurs to you. Not just the idea occurs to you, the means with which to help it unfold occurs to you. You didn't come forth to sit on a pillow and watch life be created around you. You are creators. That's what rings your bells. But it isn't fun to want something that you can't figure out how to get. That's not fun. But it is fun to want something that you know you can have, and then watch the cleverness of the universe in orchestrating circumstances and events, and you being vibrationally up to speed to the receiving of it, you see. Oh, friends, you are magnificent creators, and the inner part of you is reveling in the magnificence of your life. And it is our desire that you start anticipating that magnificence bleeding into the details of your life experience. Your world is supposed to be wonderful for you, but even more than that, we want to say to you, it is supposed to feel wonderful to you. You are supposed to feel good. That's who you are. And anything else is on the path headed the wrong way. Feel it, catch it, stop it, and lean the other direction. That's our message to you. Good. Goodbye. So let's go to the beach, yes? You have some things you want to talk about? It seems you do. Yes, come forward. Yes, second.